Welcome to Still Havens. Tonight we're going to talk about right hand independence and how it relates to fingerstyle guitar. One super awesome thing about fingerstyle guitar is that you have the ability to sound like two or more instruments playing at the same time. This is really helpful when performing solo guitar arrangements, in which you could play a melody on the top strings with your fingers while simultaneously playing a bass line with your thumb on the lower strings. Now, to be honest, this isn't always easy to do, and to really capitalize on this idea, you need to develop good right hand independence. And right hand independence really just means the ability to play different rhythms with the different fingers of your right hand. Now, the most critical independence lies between your thumb and the rest of your fingers. It's really essential that you're able to separate them, rhythmically speaking. And there will totally be times where your index, middle, and ring fingers need independence from themselves as well. But by far the most common task at hand is going to be involving the thumb being able to be separated from the rest of the fingers. So to get you started with this, I put together two pretty easy, cool right hand independence pieces. And if you practice these and get these down, you'll really have that movement down with your hand. It's kind of, the right hand independence thing is kind of like riding a bike. Once you get it down, you kind of get that muscle memory and you're good to go. Now, I do have a special announcement to make. If you can't tell from my set, I've been rizzing a little bit. If you don't know what rizzing is, then you need to go watch the Human Spider channel and look at all that brain rot stuff. I'm still not 100% sure that I know what rizzing and edging and all that stuff is, but I'm pretty sure I have all of that in spades. So please let me know in the comments if I do in fact have Riz. And please forgive me, I'm from the 1900s. Back then I think we just called it swagger or something, but I could be off with this. But anyway, I have a special announcement. You may remember from a recent fingerstyle video of ours that this fellow here, who has been photobombing my videos for the longest time and who is an imposter and not the real Han Solo because he's not the OG Harrison Ford. So I said until Still Havens hits 703 subscribers that his name shall be Bitch Han. I also said I would not move on this. And I also said to let me know in the comments of any name suggestions that you have. Well, lucky for this guy, somebody came through. And thanks to all y'all out there who hit 703 subscribers real quick. And thank you sincerely so much. It means a lot. But anyway, I have good news. Well, at least for him. He has been named by our very own subscriber of Still Havens, Serralo. And please forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that. His new name is Sans Han. This is perfect because Sans means without. And he, since he is an imposter, he's not the real Harrison Ford Han Solo. He's the newer guy from the other new Star Wars stuff. He is in fact without Han. So from this moment forward and forever, his name is now Sans Han. Thank you, Serralo, for your contribution. No matter how big or small this channel becomes, you have my word that you have forever made your imprint on Still Havens. We are very happy you are here. But now I have another problem. He thinks he's hot shit because he has a name now. And he's been rizzing all over my set and photobombing my set even harder. I mean, look at the guy. He's really out of control. Well, he does have a name, and it's a damn good one, and I will respect that. Now, this baby Gronk thinks he could edge and riz all over my set because of some name. But he forgot something. Only with great edging comes great riz. Well, I've been edging, and I have riz. That's why with these glasses and this guitar, I'm gonna give you the most Sigma fingerstyle guitar lesson in Ohio. Okay, here's the first piece, and I'm gonna try to keep this short and sweet and just walk you through it real quick. The idea here is to keep your thumb moving, and it's hitting those quarter note beats, just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that's your timekeeper. If you get lost throughout this piece or the next piece I'm going to show you, remember to strip it back down to just its bare ground beat. And what I mean by that is just the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 with your thumb. And you will add the melody notes and whatnot above it with your fingers. So let's check this out. In this whole piece, you are going to be using your thumb on the D string, your first finger on the G string, your middle finger on the B string, and your ring finger on the high E string. And this holds true throughout this entire piece. This is a block chord style type piece. I'm gonna play it so you can hear how it sounds. That's the gist of it there. And notice the whole time I'm keeping my thumb moving at the same rhythm. And like I said, this is your timekeeper. A little slower, one more time. And take note that you want to let these chords ring out. The higher strings, really your G, B, and high E, you're gonna let these ring out and you're gonna keep your thumb moving. So on to the next piece. So for this next one, we're starting on this little A chord inversion. And we're going to be using our thumb on the open A string. We're going to be using our first finger on the G string, our middle finger on the B string, and our ring finger for the high E string. And as in the first piece, this is going to stay true for this entire piece as well. And it's the same idea here, and I really like this one. I'm going to give you a playthrough. So we have the same idea going on here. We're keeping our thumb moving the entire time, and it is striking on that quarter note beat. What I'm just gonna call that ground beat, that 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like the first piece. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, that's your timekeeper. And if you get lost in this piece or the first one, go back and just break it back down to just the ground beat and build the piece back up from there. And remember with this, to take it slow. Start slow and gradually increase your speed with each practice session. Don't expect to get this down right away. But I promise you, if you practice these two pieces here consistently and can get these down, you will have started off very strong with right hand independence and can carry this to other more advanced songs that you are going to learn along the way. Even other ones that we have here on this channel. You know, you could check out Angie, and you could also check out our Aquatic Ambiance. It kind of uses this right hand independence idea in both of those videos. So here we go, I'm gonna play it a little bit slower. But anyway, if you're trying to riz like I hope I've successfully done in this video, you should check out some channels. Check out this guy, Boom. If you haven't heard of him, I'm sure you have, but if you haven't. Also, a lot of my riz today was inspired by the Human Spider, whose channel is awesome as well. Both Boom and the Human Spider, super talented. Check them out. Hey, what's wrong with a little brain rot, right? Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe and drop a comment and all that good stuff. We really appreciate you here at Steel Havens. I've got to bounce now. We'll see you later.